Welcome, Vilonia Eagle softball fans, to Rogers, Arkansas. We are playing the Rogers Heritage War Eagles today at Veterans Park here in Rogers, Arkansas. Beautiful day, nice and sunny outside. Temperatures are mild, light wind blowing in from the outfield there towards home plate. You can see the meeting at the plate between the coaches. Going to quickly cover starting lineups for both teams. Eagles will be the visiting team today at Rogers home field here. It's going to go Erie at shortstop leading off. Sydney Johnson's at second base. She's batting second. Talon Lawrence, the catcher, is going to bat third. Julie Johnson playing left field today. She is in the cleanup position. Gracie Kimbrell is starting at first base today. She's going to bat fifth. Faith Johnson's in the sixth hole. She's playing center field. Marley Honsley playing third base is batting seventh. Kenna Beatty is the designated player today. She's batting in the eighth position. And Kylie Linton, the right fielder, is going to be the ninth batter. The pitcher and the flex for the Eagles today is going to be number 22, Tori Wilbanks. So Tori getting the start in the circle, and Gracie's going to get the start over at first base today. Probably we'll see both pitchers in this game. I would fully expect that to happen before the game's over with, as Coach Sullivan's pitched multiple pitchers in most games so far this year. Starting lineup for the War Eagles of Rogers Heritage. Number 13, Bailey Bird Creek, leads it off. She plays center field. Second batter is number 4, Lauren James. She is the catcher. Batting third is number 14, Laura Brown. She's the first baseman. The cleanup hitter is number 12, Sarah Pollock. She's the pitcher. Batting fifth is number 7, Alexa Enos, playing shortstop. Sixth batter is number 18, Berkeley Cole. She is the right fielder. Batting in seventh is number 20, Allie Fultz. She's going to be the designated player. Batting eighth is number 22, Sydney Price, the second baseman. Batting ninth is number 15, Kayla Paulo, the third baseman. Flex for the War Eagles today will be number 1, Casey Casto. She is the left fielder. We are going to take a brief pause for the playing of the national anthem. Okay, so check that. We're not going to play the national anthem just yet. We are going to do introductions. Interesting start to the game here at Rogers Heritage, as they are playing the Florida State Seminole chant and doing the tomahawk chop. So that's a unique start to the game. Haven't seen one quite like that before. Interesting way to get the team fired up and ready to play softball. So I assume they're going to do that, and then potentially starting lineups before the playing of the national anthem. Eagles coming into the game with a record of 5-6-1 on the season. Rogers Heritage with a record of 8-3. They've played teams like Alma and Sylvan Hills that we'll be familiar with. They've also played Farmington, Springdale, Rogers, and Fayetteville on their schedule. Their losses this year have come to Gravette, who your Eagles will play in a couple of weeks, as they'll travel back to Northwest Arkansas 2 weeks from today to take on Bentonville West on Friday night, followed by Gravette on Saturdays with a Friday-Saturday doubleheader there. Rogers Heritage lost to Gravette 13-6. They also lost to Farmington 4-0 and lost to Rogers 11-1. They did beat Fayetteville, and they beat Alma, and they beat Sylvan Hills all handily. So quality squad. If any of you were able to watch the game last year, Eagles able to make a come-from-behind victory at Lady Eagle Field against the War Eagles last year when we played. So they're going to do the starting lineups for Heritage now, and as they've already done the lineups for the Lady Eagles, you see all them out there on the first baseline getting ready to go. So we're ready for softball here. Just awaiting all of the pregame festivities, and glad all of you who couldn't make the drive up Interstate 540 could join us via YouTube, so thankful for that. So that was the starting lineups in the national anthem. We are set and ready to play softball. Pitcher for the War Eagles is number 12, Sarah Pollock, in the circle warming up. The catcher for the Lady War Eagles is a commit to Iowa Central Junior College. So we'll watch her for her abilities and talk a bit about that a little bit later in the game. I'm missing both of my partners today. Alan Wade on the road watching his daughter Kristen Wade play for Crowder Junior College. They're up in Kansas City today playing a doubleheader against, I can't remember who. He told me a couple times, but I can't remember who they're playing. So apologize for that. But he's on the road doing that. And then Kobe had texted me, and he couldn't make it today. I believe he said he had a little bit of an injury. Yes, hurt his back, and he's down and out. So so neither one of those guys can be here with me. I may take some pauses and some breaks just to keep from boring you all. So Erie's going to lead it off for the Lady Eagles here in the game. Takes the first pitch way outside as she runs through the box. Ball one. Erie takes the second pitch outside for ball two. She's got a 2-0 count. She's going to be looking for a pitch she can really drive here with a really good start on her at bat. Loses the hair bow. Going to have to give that to Sydney and let her take that back in. It didn't last long. Erie steps in. She's going to swing and drill that one down the line. Just foul outside the bag. Coach Sullivan was hoping to catch the corner. It did not. So 2 balls and a strike on Erie. Good location there. Missed it by just a smidge. So 2-1 count as Erie receives the pitch. It's up in her eyeballs for ball 3. 3-1 count. Definitely the hitter's count. Is going to look for something she can hit in the gap and get a couple of bases out of. That one's going to be a called strike on the outside corner. Full count to Erie. Not one you want to swing at when you only have one strike on you, but you better be in protect mode now that you know that that ball is in play in the strike zone. Erie's going to take that one down and away. Ball 4, she draws the leadoff walk, and she's aboard with no outs as Sydney Johnson steps up to the plate. Sydney Johnson, senior second baseman for the Lady Eagles. As we've talked about before, she's committed to continue her softball career at Arkansas Tech University next year. First pitch is up and in for ball 1. Sydney's going to take the second pitch upstairs. 2 balls, no strikes to Sid. Sid takes ball 3 also upstairs. 3-0 count. We're looking to get a second runner aboard here early in the ball game. Talon Lawrence is on deck over there, senior catcher. She's going to be playing at Arkansas State University next season. Sydney takes ball 4. 4 straight pitches to Sydney, 4 balls. She draws the walk behind Erie's leadoff walk. So Erie's going to be at second. Johnson is at first. Lawrence is the batter. And the War Eagle coach wants to talk it over for just a moment. So Talon should be looking for probably make the pitcher throw a strike. Eagles could elect to bunt here to move both runners over into scoring position with the talented freshman Julie Johnson in the on-deck circle. We'll see what the play is here by Coach Sullivan. First pitch swing and a miss by Talon. That's a strike 1. Looks like a bit of an off-speed pitch. Talon's way out in front of it. She's going to be behind 0-1 early in the count here. Second pitch upstairs for ball 1. Evens the count up at 1 apiece. Talon fouls that one straight back at us into the screen. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Lawrence. Pop up, it's going to be out of play. Steal a ball and 2 strikes on T. So Talon really looking to get something going with the bat here, not taking any chances, making contact with any pitch that comes close. There's a swing and a chopper down the third baseline. Off the third baseman's glove, it's going to be foul. Talon survives to see another pitch. T hits a fly ball out to left field. Left fielder's going to have it easily, and both runners are going to be back to their respective bases. So 1 out for the Lady Eagles here in the top of the first. And Julie Johnson, the freshman left fielder, steps up to the plate. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Again, looks like Pollock might have took a little off of that. Julie's way out in front of it. That one's going to be fouled back into the backstop down the first base line. Juju's behind 0-2 quickly. Swing and a miss, a strikeout for Juju. It's 2 outs. Eagle runner still at first and second, and you'd hate to put 2 aboard with no outs and not get any of them across the plate. So Gracie Kimbrell, the first baseman, steps up, to bat for the Eagles with 2 outs and 2 runners on. That first pitch is down and in for ball 1. You're getting a big jump out there at second. I know she's wanting to score on anything on the grass. Probably looking to take third base if she can as well. Kimbrell fouls that one down the first base line, back into the net there. 1-1 count to Gracie. Swing and a miss, strike 2, a ball and 2 strikes to Kimbrell. And Pollock is doing a good job of keeping these Eagles hitters off balance. Swinging a little slow grounder out to third base. She has it over to first. That's going to be out 3, and the Eagles will not score in the top of the first, even though they put the first 2 runners on with no outs, unable to get a base hit to bring the runners around. So excellent job by pitcher Sarah Pollock to overcome the rough start, not allow any Eagle runs in the top half of the first. Due up for the War Eagles will be Bailey Bird Creek, Lauren James, and Laura Brown. So let's see what we've got going on here. Beatty's actually going to play third base. Erie's at short, Sid Johnson at second, Gracie is at first. Of course, Tori is in the circle, Talon's behind the plate. Looks like it is indeed going to be, well, it's going to be Juju, Faith, and Kylie out there in the outfield. I assume that they will stay in the positions that was originally on the lineup, which would be Juju in left, Faith in center, and Kylie in right. We'll see when they get done warming up and head out to their spots to get ready for the first pitch. Number 13, Bailey Bird Creek, is the center fielder. She is the leadoff batter for the Heritage War Eagles. She's going to bat from the left side here. First pitch is a called strike on the outside corner. Good pitch by Tori. A little screwball there, running away from the left-handed batter as she runs through the box, looking to slap her way on base. Wilbanks delivers the second pitch. That one's going to miss outside, evens the count up at 1-1. Bird Creek thinks about going for that. Wilbanks gets the called strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Bird Creek. Change up. Doesn't get out of the hand quite quick enough. It misses way upstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Bailey Bird Creek. That one's going to be popped up on the end, back behind the plate. Talon is giving chase, so is Kenna. And Tori hits the top of the awning over the third base stands, and it's going to be a foul ball. 2-2 is still the count. Bird Creek survives to see one more pitch. Another foul ball back into the backstop. Count's going to stay at 2-2. Ball's going to miss outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Tori's going to need to bear down and get something across one of the corners, at least get it close enough to get Bird Creek to chase. We don't want to lose her after the good start here to the bat. Here's another pop-up that's going to get out of play. Count remains full. Bird Creek doing a good job of fighting off anything that Tori throws close to the plate. She's looking to get something in play, a little hopper, a slow roller, or something through a gap to get herself aboard. Eagle defenders are in the baselines and moving forward. Another pop-up, out of play. This is the never-ending at-bat for Bailey Bird Creek. Swing and a miss. Wilbanks gets her swinging. Out number one for the Eagles. A good battle. Bird Creek fouled off a bunch of pitches and then kind of chased a little drop ball that was running away from her there. Wilbanks throws the pitch she needs to get the strikeout. Batter's going to be Lauren James, number 4. She's the catcher. As I said earlier, she's going to go continue her softball career up at Iowa Central Junior College. Wilbanks delivers. Strike on the outside corner. Good pitch there to start it off. 0-1 count on James. That one's straight down the pipe. 0-2 count now. It's James kind of looking outside. The ball ran back in on her. She's going to be behind 0-2. Swinging a little flare off the end of her bat. Gracie Kimbrell's going to have that easy. Steps on first base. That's going to be out 2. Brings up number 14, Laura Brown. She is the first baseman for the War Eagles. That one's inside. Brown has to duck out of the way of it there at the last minute. 1 ball and no strikes to Laura Brown. Little flare out there over Sydney Johnson's head. That's going to be down for a base hit in shallow right center field. Faith Johnson comes in, gets it, throws it into Erie, and Brown has the first base hit of the game. Sarah Pollock is going to be the batter now. She is the pitcher for the War Eagles, number 12. So the War Eagles get their first runner on with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. First pitch to Pollock. Inside, ball 1. That one's also inside for ball 2. 2-0 count to Pollock quickly as Wilbanks misses low and in on both of the first 2 pitches. She's going to regroup here and get something over the corner of the plate. That one's right down the middle. It's strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike to Pollock. Ground ball to Erie at shortstop. She's going to throw it over to Sydney Johnson to force the lead runner out, and that's going to do it for the bottom of the first for the War Eagles. No runs on 1 hit, no errors by the Eagles. The score is still 0-0 going into the top of the second inning. We'll take a quick break, and I'll be right back with you guys. So due up for the Lady Eagles here in the top of the second inning is going to be Faith Johnson, Marley Hinesley, and Kenna Beatty. 3 of our seniors. Faith Johnson, as you know, is going to continue her softball career this coming fall at the University of Arkansas, Monticello. Eagles with 2 runners on in the top of the first inning. They hope to repeat that here in the top of the second, but also drive a couple of those runs across the plate and maybe take the early lead here. Pollock struggled a little bit early with the first couple of batters, awarding 2 walks to the Lady Eagles, and then calming down and getting control of her pitches and getting out of the inning with Eagles not advancing past second base. So Faith Johnson looking to get the Eagles' first base hit of the game. She takes the first pitch on the outside corner for strike 1. Faith swings at a pitch up in her eyes, misses that one. 0-2 count. And at this point just needs to relax and swing the bat the way she's been doing for the past couple of games, even though it has been 2 weeks since we've played. Faith's going to go down looking. Good pitch by Pollock. Catches the outside corner there, and it's going to be out number 1 for the Eagles. Marley Hinesley's going to step into bat now. That one's going to be a ball, and it looked to be almost the exact same pitch that Faith was called out on there, just opposite side of the plate to the opposite-handed batter. 1-0 count to Marley. That one's going to be up in her eyes. 2 balls, no strikes. Hinesley swings and misses as that pitch comes right down the zone there. She takes a really good hack at it, kind of takes her eyeballs away, and just barely misses the ball. But a good cut there by Hinesley, really trying to get a base hit here. She's going to take that one down and in. 3 balls and a strike to Marley. Hitters count here. Keep your eyeballs on it and drive it in the gap somewhere. Hinesley takes a pitch on the inside corner. Full count now. Full count to Marley. Here's the pitch from Pollock. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be out number 2. 2 batters, 2 strikeouts for the Eagles here in the top of the second inning. And stepping up to the plate is going to be senior third baseman Kenna Beatty. Beatty takes a ball inside and a little bit low. 1 ball, no strikes. Same pitch, same result. 2 balls and no strikes to Kenna. Kylie Linton's over there on deck, our senior right fielder. Beatty takes the same pitch for the 3rd time in a row. This time it's called a strike. Umpire still trying to decide what is and what isn't, I think, today. Swings at that one, fouls it into the third base dugout. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Kenna. Beatty swings and misses, and the Eagles go down in order. 3 strikeouts in the top of the second. No hits, no runs, and no errors by the War Eagles. Brings us to the bottom of the second, and the War Eagles Let's see, they should have due up. Let's see here. Should be Enos, Cole, and Fultz. Looks like no defensive changes for the Eagles here going into the bottom of the second inning. Torrey's going to remain in the circle, and everybody else stays put where they played last inning. So we'll see if we can have a repeat of our bottom half of the first inning in the bottom of the second here. So Alexa Enos, the shortstop, number 7, leads off the bottom of the second inning for the War Eagles of Rogers Heritage. First pitch misses up for ball 1. Swinging a chopper out to Erie. She handles it over to Kimbrell at first for out number 1. It's going to bring up number 18, Berkeley Cole. She is the right fielder.
Next up, the right fielder, Berkeley Cole.
First pitch upstairs, ball 1. Swinging a foul ball down the third baseline. One count on Cole. Swing and a liner right back up the middle. It's going to be a base hit for Cole. Faith Johnson misplays it out there in center field, so Cole's going to get an extra base. So base hit on the single, error on Faith for taking second base by Cole, and the War Eagles are in business here in the bottom of the second with 1 out and the runner on second. Batter's going to be number 20, Allie Fultz, the designated player. Ground ball to Erie. Over to Gracie Kimbrell at first. She has it for out 2. Cole goes ahead and takes third base. Looks like Erie almost might have had a chance to reach up and tag her. I don't really have a really good line of sight on it to see if she did or not. But either way, we'll get the out, so 2 outs. And runner at third, and the batter is going to be number 22, Sydney Price, the second baseman. So Price quickly ahead 2-0 in the count as the first 2 pitches from Wilbanks miss the zone. That one's going to be a swinging strike by Price. 2-1 count. Swinging a ground ball to Erie. Backhands it, gets it, throws. It's going to be a little bit wide, so Erie does all she can to get a hold of it and make the play. Probably overplays it just a little bit, and Heritage is going to have their first run across.
Now batting the third baseman, Kayla Paulo.
So Kayla Paulo is going to be the batter for Heritage now. She is the third baseman, number 15. Runner at first. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. Swing and a foul ball. Straight back off the catcher's mitt. So Paulo takes that one for ball 2. The count is now 2-1. That's a called strike. Runner takes off. Erie has the ball, but it's wide of the bag. She doesn't have an opportunity to tag the runner. Throw was in time, but it was on the third base side of the bag, so no chance to tag out the runner. The pitch was called a strike, so the count is 2-2 to Paulo. We need to bear down and get her here and not allow any more damage in the bottom of the second inning. Swing, and it's going to be a base hit off the fence in right center field. 1 run scores. Paulo is in at second base with a double. So the batter is now going to be the leadoff, Bailey Bird Creek.
Center fielder, Bailey Bird Creek.
First pitch is a called strike to Bird Creek. Bird Creek takes strike 2 on the outside corner. 0-2 count to her. That's going to be a ball up and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Changeup misses upstairs, evens the count up at 2 apiece. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. Heritage has pushed a couple of runners across to lead the game 2-0. Swing and a umpire's going to say foul ball as the ball comes back up and hits Bird Creek in the leg. She was still in the batter's box, so count remains 2-2. Pitch misses down and away. Full count is what Bird Creek is looking at here. Eagles need to go ahead and get this out, get out of this inning before any more damage is inflicted. Bird Creek's going to loft one out into center field, and that ball is gone. It is a home run by Bailey Bird Creek. Heritage leads the game 4-0. So catcher Lauren James will be the batter for the War Eagles. Heritage leads at 4-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. Ball one is up and in. Ball two is up and away. So Wilbanks misses on both sides of the plate on 2 consecutive pitches. James checks her swing. Umpire says she went, calls it a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike is the count to Lauren James. Good pitch there by Wilbanks. Starts off the plate, rides back in there for a strike. Evens the count up at 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs, no runners on. Good pitch there by Wilbanks. James does not chase. Makes the count full as the pitch misses just off the outside corner. James is going to take strike 3. Backwards K to end the inning, and Wilbanks pitches her way out of it after the Heritage War Eagles are able to put 4 runs up on 3 hits and a couple of Eagle errors as well. So Eagles trail 4-0, heading into the top of the third. It's still early in the game, plenty of time to come back, but the Eagles are going to have to start to put the bats on the ball rather than striking out here. So I'm going to take a quick break, and I'll be back with you guys here in just a moment. Linton is going to lead us off, senior right fielder, followed by Erie and Sydney Johnson. So the Eagles still looking for their first base hit of the ball game as well as their first run as Linton digs in from the left side. We're going to get ourselves on and hopefully be brought around by the top of the order. Takes the first pitch up and away, ball 1. That's one's going to miss down and away. 2 balls and no strikes to Linton. Linton swings and misses. 2 balls, 1 strike. Linton takes that one. 3-1 is the count. Hitter's count, looking for a pitch to drive. Checks her swing. Umpire says she went. Count is full now. Pitch misses well outside. Linton is aboard with the leadoff walk, and Erie steps up for her second at bat of the game.
Next batter, shortstop, Callie Erie.
Erie will continue her softball career at the University of Central Arkansas next year. Senior shortstop, 4-year letterman for the Lady Eagles. Erie shows bunt. Pitch is called a strike, although I'm not sure it was anywhere close to the zone. Linton steals second base, so Erie's behind 0-1 in the count. Linton takes the bag. And the Eagles are in business with no outs here in the top of the third. Same pitch, this time called a ball. 1-1 is the count to Erie. Erie tries to bunt, fouls it down the third baseline, kind of pops it up. It was going to be a really outstanding to see what the War Eagles did here. Is the third baseman wasn't even charging. That was the way Erie was trying to bunt it. The third baseman just turned around to go cover her bag. So I think Linton was going to easily end up at third, and Erie was going to walk to second on the play. So she has to choke up now and look to drive something. Put it in the gap, let Linton score from second base. She's got the wheels to do it on anything that gets down in the green out there. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ball upstairs, 2-2. Shortstop is in really shallow. Second baseman's creeping up as well, so the War Eagles are playing the short game. Erie swings and pops it up to center field. Center fielder's under it. She has it for out 1. And got to keep your hands above the ball. So Linton stays at second. Erie flies out to center, and Sydney Johnson will be the batter. Senior second baseman. Sid swings at the first pitch, fouls it straight back into the backstop, 0-1. Johnson fouls that one back into the backstop as well. 0-2 she is behind. Johnson drives the line drive out to center field. That's going to be a base hit. Center fielder misplays it, gets to the fence. Linton's easily going to score from second, and Johnson's in to second base herself with a double, so the Eagle batters change places there. 4-1 is now the scores. The Eagles have their first couple of hits and now their first run on the board as well.
Next batter, the catcher,
Talon Lawrence will be the batter now, with 1 out and a runner on second here in the top of the third inning. Lawrence takes that pitch up and away. Ball 1 is the 1-0 after ball 1. Lawrence swings at that one. It's flared down the right field line. Right fielder comes on and makes the catch in foul territory. Johnson takes third. So Johnson tags up on the fly out in foul territory by Talon Lawrence. So that's going to be 2 outs here. Sydney's at third, and the batter is Julie Johnson. Juju takes the first pitch, curveball off the outside corner, ball 1. Juju takes that pitch inside on the corner for strike 1, evens the count up at 1-1. Sure would like to get Sid across the plate here in this inning. Pitch is low, 2 balls, 1 strike. Johnson thought about it but held her hands. The pitch was indeed low, so a good take by Juju. She's going to take that one in on her hands for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and she's going to need to get a bat off of her shoulder here. Get on one. She's been hitting the ball very well so far this year. That one's in on her hands, popped up straight back. The catcher tries to make the catch, and it's just off of her mitt. She dives into the wall. Excellent hustle by the catcher, Lauren James. Juju pops that one up into shallow left field. Shortstop drifting back. Left fielder coming on. Shortstop has it, and that's going to end the innings. Eagles score 1 run on a couple of base hits. Score is going to be 4-1 and now. Heritage leads it going into the bottom of the 3rd. Back in a moment. So the batter will be Laura Brown, number 14. She takes the first pitch inside quarter for a called strike. Pollock and Enos will follow Miss Brown in the bottom of the 3rd for Rogers Heritage. She reaches out, gets a little piece of that one. Kimbrell's trying to make a play on it, just out of her reach there in the foul territory. So it's going to be foul ball for strike 2 against Laura Brown. Will Banks coming back out to pitch the bottom of the 3rd inning. She was basically out of the 2nd inning until Eagles struggled to get that final out and ultimately give up 4 runs as a result of it. They actually had to play for the 3rd out with no runners across and couldn't make it. It's going to be a hot grounder to Beatty over to Kimbrell, and that's going to be out number 1. Good play there by the senior 3rd baseman, Kenna Beatty. It's going to bring up pitcher number 12, Sarah Pollock. She's going to take the first pitch. It's up and in, ball 1. Next pitch is going to catch the outside corner. Good curveball there by Torrey. A ball and a strike to Pollock. Same pitch, this time called a ball. 2-1 is the count to Sarah Pollock, the pitcher for the War Eagles. It's going to be a one hopper to Erie. Picks it up on the short hop over to Kimbrell. That's going to be out number 2. So the Eagles, again, quickly getting the first 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd. Let's see if we can go ahead and close this one out with any more War Eagle runs and getting across the board.
Now batting the shortstop,
Alexa Enos will be the batter now. She is the shortstop for Rogers Heritage. The ground ball to Erie. She has it. Over to Kimbrell. That's going to do it for the third inning. No runs, no hits, and no errors. Eagles work another no-run inning, thankfully, here in the bottom of the third. So they look to put some runs on them board themselves going into the top of the fourth. Gracie Kimbrell will lead it off for your Lady Eagles here in the top of the fourth inning. It's going to be followed by Faith Johnson and Marley Hinsley. Kimbrell takes the first pitch for a ball. It's a little bit high. Gracie's going to line that one out into the left center field gap. It's going to get all the way almost to the fence. She's going to have a base hit single leading off the top of the fourth. So brings up Faith Johnson, the senior center fielder for your Lady Eagles. First pitch to Faith misses down in the dirt, ball one. Faith takes that one outside, ball two. 2-0 is the count with Kimbrell down there at first base, no outs for the Eagles here in the top of the fourth inning, trailing by a score of 4-1 and looking to chip away into that lead a little bit. Faith swings hard at that pitch. She fouls it off down the left field line, and that ball's hit about 5 different things on the way down through there, and it's still going. So she really hit that one hard, and I like the aggressive swing by Faith. Outside is the next pitch, 3-1 count to Faith. Foul ball straight back. Full count now on Johnson. Faith's going to take the pitch at down and away, ball 4, and she's on board. Moves Kimbrell over to second. So 2 Eagle runners on now. Brings Hinsley to the plate, and Heritage coach wants to talk it over for just a second. So Hinsley will be the batter. No outs. Runners at first and second. Kimbrell's out there at second base. She had the leadoff single. Faith Johnson walked behind her. She is at first. And Hinsley sees her first pitch of the at-bat. Swing, good swing there. Kind of pulls her head off of it a little bit and misses it. 0-1 is the count. And I like the aggressive swing. Marta's looking to make something happen here. Hinsley takes that pitch. It's a strike. 0-2 is the count to her now. She's going to be in fight 'em off mode here. Fouls that one straight back into the backstop. So she'll be able to see another one. Looking for a base hit, hoping to score a run or two here. Marley's going to go down looking as that one comes across the inside corner, and she takes it. Called strike 3. That's the first out for the Eagles here in the top of the 4th inning. Brings up number 6, Kenna Beatty, who is playing third base for the Eagles tonight. Beatty swings and misses at the first pitch. Beatty takes that one for strike 2. Oh, 2 count. Swing and a pop-up. It's right back behind the plate. Catcher has it. That's going to be out number 2. So Kylie Linton will be the batter here with 2 outs now. Runner still stranded out there at first and second base, and we need something good to happen to move them around here. Linton takes a changeup first pitch. And the Heritage coach wants an explanation. One ball, no strikes to Linton. That one's way outside. Catcher does a good job to get her glove on it well enough to keep it in front of her and avoid letting the Eagles move up 60 feet. 2 balls, no strikes to Linton. Linton offers at that one. Strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Coach Sullivan makes a call to the runners, and Kylie takes a ball outside. 3-1 is the count now. Linton fouls that one down the third base line. Full count now. Linton takes strike 3, and that's going to end the inning for the Eagles. And 2 innings in a row, or not 2 innings in a row, but 2 times now in the game the Eagles put the first 2 batters on, and they get stuck out there where they started at first base and second base, and no runs on the board. So Eagles will still be facing a 4-1 deficit going into the Bottom of the fourth, looks like Wilbanks is going to remain the pitcher. Leading off the bottom of the fourth for the War Eagles is going to be number 18, Berkeley Cole. She is the right fielder. Swing and a hard shot down the third baseline. Foul ball, though. Swing and a miss. Good pitch there by Torrey. Took a little something off of it, and Cole was out in front of it. 0-2 count now on the War Eagle batter. Pitch bounces and then hits the batter. And she's going to get the free pass off the bounce. It's going to bring up number 20, Allie Fultz, the designated player. First pitch is up and in, ball one. Called strike on the outside corner. 1-1 now is the count to Fultz. Good pitch there by Wilbanks. It misses the zone in some way or another. The count is now 2 balls and a strike. Runner takes off. Throw hits her before she gets to the bag, and another throw down to second is wide, this time to the first base side of the bag. So 3 balls, 1 strike to Fultz. Cole steals second, so the War Eagles got a runner in scoring position with no outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. That's going to be ball 4. So Casto will, who is the flex, she is going to run for the designated player, Fultz. Batter's going to be number 22, Sydney Price. Two runners on, no outs. Bottom of the fourth inning. War Eagles looking to add to their lead. First pitch called, strike on the inside corner, 0-1. Foul ball bunt. Oh, 2 count now. Little good play by Sidney Johnson to go ahead and get the out. The little flare out there into the Bermuda Triangle behind the pitching circle. Sidney Johnson comes on strong. Wisely goes over to first and has the throw just in time to get the out. So Heritage does move the runners over to second and third. We've got an out, though. Batting's going to be number 15, Kayla Paulo, the third baseman. She is the 9th batter for the War Eagles. One out here in the bottom of the fourth. Wheelbanks misses down and in, ball one. Good pitch there by Torrey. It's called a strike. Evens the count up at a ball and a strike on Paulo. This one's going to be a hopper to Erie. Not going to have a play at the plate, so she's going to have to go to first. Wise play there by the shortstop, Callie Erie, to go ahead and get the batter going to first. Heritage does score a run, though. Eagles have 2 outs in the bottom of the fourth. There's a runner on third, and the batter is going to be the leadoff, number 13, Bailey Bird Creek. She plays center field for the War Eagles. That one's going to be popped up down the third base line. Beatty's coming on, and it's going to be out of play off of the awning down the third base line. Next pitch to Bird Creek misses outside. Low as well. A ball and a strike to Bailey. Same location on the pitch. 2 balls and a strike is the count. Bird Creek takes that one up and away. She's well ahead in the count. 3 balls, 1 strike. Tori just needs to make sure she doesn't miss over the heart of the plate as Bird Creek drove the ball out of the park over the right center field fence her last at bat. That's going to be ball 4 high. Batter will now be Lauren James, the catcher for Rogers Heritage, and not sure what. Actually, we're going to have a substitution. Pinch hitter, if you will. Batter's going to be number 3, Josie Patton. She's a freshman. Pinch hitting for Lauren James here in the bottom of the 4th inning. First one misses. Down and in, ball 1. Slow roller out to Kimbrell. Kimbrell has it. She's going to tag the runner out, drops the ball. Runner goes home. Throw is not in time. Bird Creek scores as well as Casteau. So 2 runs score on the dropped tag by Kimbrell down there on the first baseline. Eagles trail by a score of 7-1 now. Laura Brown is going to be the batter for the Rogers Heritage now. It's going to be a little liner out to Erie. She has it, and thankfully the inning is finally over. So Callie Erie will lead it off here for the Lady Eagles in the top of the 5th inning. She's going to be followed by Sydney Johnson and Talon Lawrence. Erie with her 3rd at bat. She's 0 for 1 with a walk. She bunts down the 3rd base line. 3rd baseman has it, and throw is going to be just in time to get Erie out at first base. Sydney Johnson will be the batter with 1 out. Swing and a fly ball out to center field, and center fielder loses it off the tip of her glove right at the fence, and Johnson's going to have a double here in the top of the 5th inning.
Now batting the catcher, Talon Lawrence.
Talon Lawrence is going to be the batter now. Julie Johnson's on deck. See it out there at second base with 1 out. Talon hits a little liner off the handle of the bat out to the shortstop. Easy play for Enos for out 2. Left fielder Julie Johnson steps up to the plate now. First pitch, ball 1 to Juju. Julie rips one through the 5-6 hole. Misplayed by the left fielder. Sydney's going to score. Juju's going to go in standing at second base. So good base hit by the freshman there to score another Eagle run. 7-2 is the score now. And Gracie Kimbrell will be your batter.
Next batter, first baseman, Gracie Kimbrell.
First pitch up in the eyes of Gracie Kimbrell, ball 1. Foul ball off the handle, 1-1. Two balls and a strike to Kimbrell now. Kimbrell swing and a miss. Evens the count up at 2-2 now. Takes a ball up, catcher misses it. Juju will waltz over to third base, so we've got another runner 60 feet away from crossing the plate, and a full count on Kimbrell. Faith Johnson is the on-deck batter. Swing and a rip straight towards center field. Another base hit for Kimbrell. Julie's going to score. 7-3 now. Eagles trail the War Eagles. So Faith Johnson steps up to the plate here, looking for her first base hit of the game. Faith takes a ball off the outside corner, 1-0. Faith takes that one upstairs for ball 2. Catcher James wants a timeout to go talk it over with Pollock. Faith takes ball 3. 3-0 is the count. It looks like the Eagles are going to have a pinch hitter over there on deck. 2 outs. 3-0 count. Gracie Kimbrell's down there on second. Called strike on the outside corner. 3-1 count to Faith, and looks like there's going to be some activity down in the bullpen for the War Eagles of Rogers Heritage. Faith's going to take another strike. Not the pitch you want to swing at with the 3-1 count. Not sure it's the pitch you want to swing at with any count. Called strike either way. Full count to Faith. She's going to need to be in protect mode. This umpire strike zone has seemed to float around just a bit from time to time. Swings and fouls that one off down the third base line. Well out of play. Good bit of decision making there by Johnson. Swing and a little short fly ball out there to left field. She's drifting over and has the catch for the final out of the inning. Eagles put up a couple of runs in the top of the fifth. Score's going to be 7-3 with the War Eagles coming up to bat in the bottom of the fifth.
Hey, how you doing? That's all right.
Especially when we're doing football, when you're moving the camera, you got a lot of action, a lot of stuff going on. It bogs the system down. We'll overwork the processor fairly frequently there. So, but yeah, I mean it's worked. I mean we used it quite a bit. So. Getting off the War Eagles. That would be the point. That way it's already got DFX on it. We'll swap over it. I was going to say, it seems to be a lot more powerful. Yeah.
Leading off the inning for the War Eagles of Rogers Heritage is number 12, Sarah Pollock. She's the pitcher, as you well know. Takes the first pitch for a ball, 1-0 count.
You need to look at anything or do anything on here?
Wilbanks throws a strike on the outside corner, evens it up at a ball and a strike, and she's gone the distance for the Eagles and had 3 really good innings there, and actually another one where she was completely out of the inning and the defense couldn't get the last out behind her. Little swinging bunt by the pitcher to the pitcher over to Gracie Kimbrell at first, and that's going to be out 1 for Heritage in the bottom of the fifth. Batter will now be number 7, Alexa Enos. Swings at the first pitch, hits a slow grounder to Sid off the end of her bat over to Gracie, and we've got out number 2. So the Eagles quickly with 2 outs in the bottom of the fifth, looking to close this out without any more War Eagle runners crossing the plate. Batter's now going to be number 18, Berkeley Cole. Takes a strike on the inside corner, kind of hand-tied her there a little bit. She thought about swinging at it and then thought it might hit me, and the ball breaks back over the corner of the plate. Called strike 1. Swings at that pitch and misses, and she's behind 0-2 quickly. That pitch bounces across the plate. Good pitch selection by Wilbanks trying to get Cole to chase something down on the dirt and get a ground ball. She doesn't. 1 ball, 2 strikes. It's going to be popped up. Kenna Beatty's coming on in foul territory and cannot make the play. In and out of the glove of Kenna Beatty, the third baseman, who was coming on quick trying to get underneath it and make the play, and kind of had to reach out to her left and just squirts out of her glove. So Cole will see another pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, out 3, and Eagles make quick work of the War Eagles there in the bottom of the 5th. Should be Hinesley's position coming up. Now the Eagles had a pinch hitter out in the on-deck circle in the top of the 5th. We'll see who comes to the plate here. I'm going to take a quick break, and I'll be right back with you for the Eagles batting in the top of the 6th. So indeed, Jordan Alexander will pinch hit in Hinesley's position here in the top of the 6th inning for the Eagles. Beatty is on deck. First pitch well outside, ball 1. Pollock remains the pitcher. There was a pitcher up in the bullpen warming up during the top of the 5th when the Eagles were batting. Pollock comes back out after she manages her way out of the inning. Second pitch upstairs, ball 2, 2-0 count to freshman Alexander. So Linton will bat after Beatty, who is on deck. And that pitch called a strike on the outside corner. 2-1 is the count to Alexander. Erie will come to the plate if one of the Eagles batters reach base here in the top of the 6th. Another called strike on the outside corner. 2-2 is the count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Out number 1 for the Eagles, and Beatty will be the batter.
Now batting number 6, Kenna Beatty.
Beatty swings at the first pitch, pops it up out in shallow left field. Left fielder drifts over, and she has the catch. It's going to be out number 2. Linton trots up to the plate, batting with 2 outs in the top of the 6th. Linton takes the first pitch changeup. It's called a strike this time. The umpire wasn't gonna fail to call that one a strike this time after the previous at bat of Linton's. Another changeup. Linton swings and misses at that one. She's behind 0-2. I fully expect to see a changeup again on the third pitch. Indeed it is. Bounces before the plate, and that's easily a ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Kylie. Kylie takes that pitch upstairs, ball 2. 2-2 is the count. Swing and a miss, strike 3, out 3. Eagles go down in order in the top of the 6th, and they've got one more bat to try to put some runs up on the board and win this ball game. Due up for the War Eagles should be Fultz, Price, and Paulo. Wilbanks comes back out to pitch the 6th inning. Looks like the defense is going to stay the same otherwise for your Lady Eagles. Allie Fultz will indeed lead it off for Rogers Heritage here in the bottom of the 6th inning with a 7-3 lead. First pitch called strike on the inside corner. Good pitch there by Wilbanks, a little screwball that ran in there. Got the corner of the plate and got out of there quickly. 0-1 is the count. That one misses upstairs and out there in the other batter's box. 1-1 is the count now to Fultz. Swing and a chopper down the third base line. It's just foul outside the third base. Brings the count to a ball and 2 strikes on Fultz. Wilbanks, who worked a quick inning in the bottom of the 5th, looking to do the same here in the bottom of the 6th. Almost looks like she's getting stronger as the game goes along. Excellent effort by Tori thus far. Swing and a hopper, 1 hopper to Beatty. Beatty over to Kimbrell. Kimbrell has to reach up really high to get it, but does a good job of hanging on for out number 1. Brings up number 22, Sydney Price. First pitch called a ball. 1-0. Oh, good effort by Sydney Johnson. A little line drive is just under her glove. Faith Johnson has it. Little Erie has to jump to get the throw into the bag, but Faith scoops that one up quickly and gets it into the infield to keep the runner at first. Base hit by Price brings up number 15, Kayla Paulo. Off the handle there, slow grounder to Sid. She throws it over to Erie, who backhands the ball and handles it to get out number 2. No chance for the relay to first base. Sydney walks over and says, "Thanks for bailing me out there, Callie." 2 outs. Batter's going to be the leadoff, Bailey Bird Creek. Bird Creek takes the first pitch, ball 1. Called strike. Outside corner, 1-1. Called strike on the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Bird Creek. Checks her swing. Every time a batter's done that thus far, he's called it a strike until this point. I guess the pitch misses low. 2-2 is the count to Bird Creek now. Pops that one up over the backstop. Bird Creek is a tough out. She's a good batter. She knows which pitches to offer at, which pitches to let go when she gets in the 2-strike situation. Also has a home run in this game. Swings and misses at that one. That's going to be out 3, and the Eagles allow no runs in the bottom of the 6th. Due up for your Eagles is going to be Erie, Sid Johnson, and Talon Lawrence. Top of the lineup coming up, and the Eagles going to have to get something going here. They need at least 4 runs to stay in the game, but we'd like to get 5 and take the lead here. Try to win this in the bottom of the 7th. So take a quick break. Be right back with you. So Erie leads it off in the top of the 7th for the Eagles. Last chance to score any run. She takes the first pitch in the dirt for ball 1. The Eagles have to have 4 runs here. Would like to have more. Erie takes a strike right down the middle. 1-1 is the count to her. She takes that one off the outside corner. 2 balls and a strike is the count. Good take by Callie. That pitch there for both pitchers has been sometimes a strike and sometimes a ball. That one misses way out there. 3-1 count. Eagles need base runners bad. We'll take it in any way we can get it. Erie needs to be very selective here on what she chooses to swing at. She doesn't swing. Questionable strike call. Full count on Erie. Going to have to protect the plate now. Erie hits that one right back up the middle, and she's going to have a base hit single to start the inning off. Good job to hang in there and keep her head square and get the base hit right back through the middle. Brings up Sydney Johnson. The Eagles don't need to get too crazy here on the base paths, but need to go ahead and take a base if we get the opportunity to. Got to score 4 to stay in the game. Johnson takes the first pitch for a strike. Johnson takes that one. Catcher can't hang on to it. Erie goes to second easily. She's going to stop there. Count is 1-1 to Sid. That ball almost hit her in the back foot. Catcher wasn't expecting it to go where it did. She couldn't handle it. So Erie moves up 60 feet on the wild pitch. Johnson swing, and that's going to be a base hit. Erie's going to score easy on that. That ball gets to the fence in left center field. Sid's going to second. She better get down. The throw does go through. It's cut off there in the circle by the first baseman. And the Eagles have one of the four that they got to have here. No outs, and Sydney's on second base. Talon Lawrence is your batter. And the Heritage coach wants to talk it over again. So Talon is the batter. Sydney's out there at second base. No outs. First pitch is a ball upstairs. 1-0. Next pitch is a ball also upstairs. 2-0 is the count. The take is on. Coach Sullivan looking for base runners any way we can get them, and I don't blame him at this point. That one's going to be a called strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. It's going to be a green light for Talon now, looking for something to drive. We've had a couple of good base hits back-to-back, and Talon needs to get on that bus with them. Takes a strike 2 on the inside corner. 2-2. That's why they give you 3T. No sweat there. Just shake that off and drive this one into the gap. Good job fighting off that inside pitch. That screwball running in on the Eagles' hands has been giving them trouble all night long, or all afternoon long, I guess I should say. Talon does a good job to get the bat on that one and foul it down the first baseline. Now, T can get something over the plate. She really has some power and some ability to drive the ball out of the ballpark. But we'll just take a base hit at this point. Handcuffed. And the umpire says she swung. Called out on strikes there. 1 out. Coach Sullivan's going to ask if it is a strike because it was in the zone or if it was a strike because she swung, and I agree. I'd like to be able to hear the conversation myself. He doesn't like whatever answer he got. So Talon's out. Juju's going to be the batter. Sydney's still out there at second. There's 1 out in the top of the 7th. The Eagles trail by 3, 7-4. Julie with a big base hit the last at bat. Takes the first pitch upstairs for ball 1. Gracie Kimbrell on deck for the Eagles. Juju takes that pitch down the middle. It's a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to Ju. Pitch is inside. 2 balls and a strike to Julie. That one's also going to be a ball. 3-1 count. Pitcher's starting to wonder what's going to be called a strike and what's not. Sis, I agree with you wholeheartedly. And I'm rooting for the other team. That's 3 straight pitches called balls off the inside corner of the plate. That's a walk for Juju. Brings up Kimbrell, who represents the tying run for the Eagles with 1 out. Runners are on first and second, and Faith Johnson's over there on deck. Kimbrell takes the ball inside. One ball, no strikes to Gracie. She takes that one. It's over the plate. It's a called strike. That's a good pitch by Pollock. 1-1 is the count now. 1 out, 2 runners on, Sydney and Juju. Gracie hits that one through the 5-6 hole. Sid's going to round third. She's going to actually hold up there. The throw through goes to the plate. It would have been close, as the left fielder didn't get a really good throw there, kind of rushed it a little bit. So the bases are loaded. Faith Johnson is up, 1 out in the top of the 7th. So we're going to have a couple of pinch runners here for the Eagles. Let's see who it's going to be. Brooke Crisp is going to be one of the runners. So that's Brooke coming out. Brooke is going to run for Julie Johnson out there at second. And Ashton Rappold is going to pinch run for Gracie Kimbrell down at first. Faith Johnson's the batter, 1 out. Eagles with the bases juiced here in the top of the 7th. And Faith is the go-ahead run at the plate. Tyne runs down there at third, which is now Ashton Rappold. I'm sorry, first. I was looking at first and I said third. This is one of those situations that Faith usually thrives in. She's at her best when the pressure is on. So hopefully she can come through again for the Lady Eagles in this situation. Anything to the gap is good. Anything down the line is good. Most importantly, we need a base hit. Called strike outside corner. Now, the Heritage infielders are all in. I don't know if they're expecting Faith to slap the ball or if they're looking to go home and not allow any runs, but they are in with 1 out here in the top of the 7th and the bases loaded. Faith swings and hits a little flare. That's going to get down. If the fielders weren't in, they wouldn't have gotten down. Sydney Johnson kind of got confused by what happened. The ball was fair. Sid scores. And for some reason, the umpire has called somebody out. Did one of the umpires call infield fly potentially? No infielder had a play on the ball, so that's no way that should be called an infield fly. It's back nearly to the grass. The fielders were all in. That is an absolutely terrible call by the umpire. If the fielders were back at normal depth, I could understand it because the shortstop actually has a play on the ball. But since the fielders are in, there's nobody that has a play on that ball out there nearly to the grass. I'm not sure. Yeah, so Faith is going to be out. So 2 outs. So it is an infield fly on Faith. Sid did score 7-5. And Hinesley is going to be the batter back in her position. So a little bit of an awkward play there. Awkward situation for the Eagles. They do score the 1 run. So we got the tying run out there at second now. Hinesley represents the go-ahead run. All we need is a base hit. So Marlene just needs to take a breath, see a pitch she can drive, and hit it out there into the gap in the grass and tie this game up. Takes the first pitch off the inside corner. That's going to be ball 1. So Crisp, the pinch runner, down at third, and Rappold, the pinch runner, out at second. Marley swings, and that one is hit hard, and it is off the fence in left center field. Eagles are going to tie the game up. Marley's going to go to second on the throw going through. They missed the cutoff, and the Eagles have tied the game up off the bat of Marley Hinesley. Great bit of hitting there by the senior. Good job there. It's going to bring up Kenna Beatty now. Eagles have 2 outs. Go-ahead runs out there at second base. So Kenna needs to do the same as Marley, and that's going to be a wild pitch by the pitcher. Hinesley walks down to third pretty easily, and go-ahead run is now just 60 feet away. So another wild pitch or anything that gets through the infield, the Eagles are going to take the lead here in the game. 1-1 count to Beatty on the take there for the called strike 1. Beatty swings and hits a little pop-up out to left center field. Center fielder coming over, and she has it. That's going to be out 3, even though it's questionable if maybe it should be out 2. So Eagles do tie the game up, and we're going to see what happens in the bottom of the 7th. Heritage is at the top of their lineup. It should be the 2, 3, and 4 batters due up for the War Eagles. That's Lauren James, Laura Brown, and Sarah Pollock. Tori's going to go the distance here. She's trotting back out for the 7th inning, and she's worked a couple of beauties in a row the past couple of innings, and hopefully she can pitch us into free softball here. We'll take a quick break and be right back with you guys for the bottom of the 7th. So Lauren James, the catcher, will lead it off for the War Eagles in the bottom of the 7th. Eagles tying the game up there on some timely hitting when they had to do it. First pitch to James is going to be called a ball off the inside corner, and it seems like the umpires really tightened up that inside corner for both pitchers now. Second pitch misses high, ball 2. It's going to be a base hit through the 5-6 hole. Good hit by James. She stops at first as Julie Johnson gets the ball back in rather quickly. So Laura Brown will now be the batter for the War Eagles of Rogers Heritage. Winning runs at first. Eagles are going to have to play it smart here. First pitch is a ball low. It's going to be a ground ball to Erie. Over to Johnson for 1. Over to Kimbrell at first for the out 2, and she has to stretch off the bag to get it. Sydney rushed her throw just a little bit. Eagles were going to have the double play, and throwers rushed just a smidge. So they do get the lead runner out for out number 1. Sarah Pollock will be the batter. And looks like the War Eagles may be bringing out a pinch runner for Brown, rather. Pinch runner is going to be number 19, Madison Rada. Coach Sullivan out, potentially asking if there was interference at second base on the double play. I really didn't see what happened, but Sydney's talking to him like maybe she had some contact with the runner. This could be an interesting little turn of events. Umpires discuss. Now the field ump is going back out to Coach Sullivan. Didn't get what he wanted. Going to argue his way back off the field there. Sarah Pollock is the batter. 1 out, runner at first. Swing and a slow grounder out to Beatty. Beatty over to Sydney Johnson, and that's actually a legal play. She's down and just made. I mean, the contact is no big deal because she did slide. So 2 outs now in the bottom of the 7th. The go-ahead run is still at first base, or the winning run is still at first base. That's the pitcher, Pollock, who's going to trot off. And number 21 is going to be the courtesy runner for the pitcher. 21 is Ashton Burton for the War Eagles. Batter is Alexa Enos, and the Eagles are going to need to play for the 1 out here to make sure we get to play some extra softball this afternoon in Rogers, Arkansas. First pitch is a called strike right down the pipe. 0-1 count to Enos. That one misses up and in. Evens the count up at 1 apiece. Enos right back at the pitcher. Erie can't make the play up the middle either. Faith's going to stop it out there in center field. It's a base hit. Moves the winning run up 60 more feet to second base. Batter's going to be number 18, Berkeley Cole. So again, Eagles need to be making sure we get an out here. They don't have to worry about the lead runner necessarily, but we do have to have an out. 2 outs, tie game. First pitch by Wilbanks is smashed into center field, and Faith misplays it, and the War Eagles of Heritage are going to win the game. It was going to be a base hit either way. Faith comes in trying to make a play on it. She can't do it. Bounces off of her glove and rolls over towards the fence, and that was all it took to get the winning run across the plate. So the Eagles lose this one 8-7. We'll probably take a short break, I'd say 15, 20 minutes maybe, and then we'll probably, or not probably, we'll probably take a 15 or 20-minute break, and then we will get set to go for the JV game. I'll go ahead and broadcast the JV game tonight, so we'll have the call on that here in just a few minutes. It's been Vilonia Eagles softball live on Eagle Vision. Thank you all for watching. Again, we'll be back here in 15, 20 minutes or so for the JV game.